we're going into Philly, and we got to talk about the top health official in Philadelphia, who is the health commissioner, Dr. Thomas Farley. If you have not heard, if you've been under a rock, Dr. Thomas Farley has been forced to resign this past Thursday after Mayor Kenny learned that partial human remains from the 1985 bombing of the MOVE headquarters had been cremated and disposed without notifying family members. So, our peoples at the AP mentioned to us, as said before, Mayor Jim Kenny said Health Commissioner Thomas Farley, Dr. Thomas Farley, made the decision regarding remains of the MOVE bombings victims several years ago. The announcement came by design on the 36th anniversary of the MOVE bombing, after Mayor Kenny consulted victims' family members. Among the 11 slain when police bombed the organization headquarters, causing a fire that spread to more than 60 row homes, were 5 children. A lawyer who accompanied MOVE members to a meeting with the mayor described their reaction as outraged, enraged, incensed, but mostly confused. In a statement released by the mayor's office, Farley said that early 2017 he was told by the city's medical examiner, Dr. Sam Gulino, that a box had been found containing materials related to the MOVE bombing victims' autopsies. In the box were bones and bone fragments, presumably of one or more of the victims. It is a standard procedure to retain specimens after an autopsy ends and the remains are turned over to the descendants next of kin. Believing that the investigations related to the MOVE bombing had been completed more than 30 years earlier and not wanting to cause more anguish for the families of the victims, I authorized Dr. Gulino to follow this procedure and dispose of the bones and bone fragments. The decision was his alone, and other top city officials were not consulted. So, after recent reports that local institutions had remains of MOVE bombing victims, Farley said that he reconsidered his actions and notified higher-ups. The mayor said that Farley told him about what occurred late Tuesday and took responsibility, and he resigned his job that he held for 5 years, a $175,000 a year job. So, GPS, this is a total lack of sense, responsibility, and respect to the family. I mean, it doesn't matter what the situation was, whether it had been the MOVE incident, whether it would have been the Waco, Texas incident. It doesn't matter. What it is you're still desecrating a body.
Clearly, there's a lack of communication. There's a lack of oversight here. For whatever reason, one of the biggest cases in Philadelphia, one of the most historical moments in Philadelphia, just got overlooked.
Yeah.
I hope they sue.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I've come to understand about the city of Philadelphia. If you get a parking ticket here, they will chase you, hound you. There's a list. They will go after you. Okay? Now, you can't tell me that once you're done with this autopsy, nobody can make a phone call. Hey, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we have the remains of such and such. Do you want to come give them? Do you want to come get them? Do you want us to bring them to you? How do you want to handle it? Why does that phone call take up so much of somebody's time? It maybe took me 15 seconds to come up with that. I don't even work there. But there's got to be a lot more respect, a lot more forethought. If you can't do it, damn it, hire somebody. But come on.
Yeah.
And if you could give him $175, clearly you could probably give somebody another $25,000 a year to sit down there and make phone calls like this all day.
First of all, Mike Africa Jr. addressed the group gathered to commemorate the 36th anniversary of the bombing. He described getting the call from the city officials who wanted to talk about the destruction of remains of MOVE members that had not known existed. He said the news came a month after the group learned the remains of 2 children killed in the bombing had been given to an anthropologist at the University of Pennsylvania and used in teaching lessons without the permission of family members.
Let's be real, man. It needs more motherfuckers need to be fired, man. This is a 30-year fuck up, man. This is a 30-year fuck up right now. I don't think he resigned. I think he got fired, man. I know one thing I noticed when they say this shit, like if it's somebody black, they just say they ass got fired. Mm-hmm. But if it's somebody white, they say they were terminated, or they come up with some fancy vocabulary.
They resigned. They resigned.
That's what I'm saying. Man, the city already paid move out already in the settlement.
$1.6 million. Yep.
Oh, they might have to pay out again. They probably already did when they had to pay out again. The problem is, man, it boils down to systemic racism. I know we don't want to hear that word. We haven't visited in a while.
Yeah, but welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Well, you totally forgot about a whole entire 30 years of what happened. You know, and you are trying. It's like I feel as though they were trying to hide it. They purposely tried to hide it. Then you're gonna donate the bones to the University of Penn? I mean. Damn, that right there is a smack in the face. You literally said that these people were like animals, man. Because that's when they donating your body. That you have, like, if I donated my body to a college or university, I did that on my own free will.
Correct.
They didn't have that right. They just donated their bones, and they were using their bones in a damn classroom setting, man. Yeah. I mean, come on. Mm-hmm. You took these people and made them into a science project, man. So that's what gets me upset about this, man. And I'm glad the mayor did what he did, because I don't think he really had any idea what was going on, man. I really think he did not have any idea until shit started hitting the fan. But I think more people need to get fired instead of just that one gentleman, man. There's more to it than what's being revealed. I think he is the sacrificial lamb of the situation, but I think there's more parties involved, man, that was involved with this. It's been hiding stuff over the years because, you know, they didn't like Move, man. They didn't like them at all, man. The cops didn't like them, man. The political parties didn't like them. So you know,
it goes back.
It goes way back. A lot of bias, a lot of hatred towards them, man. You know, so I believe more motherfuckers need to get fired, man. Yeah. If you were there, if you were on watch when it went down, you're still working for the city, and you knew that something like this has been floating around for all that time, you are considered a part of it instead of being a part of the solution.
Definitely. I mean, you know, any more information that you want to find out about the whole Move incident going back towards the 70s, you know, you can always look that up, obviously, on Google. They've got some clips and videos that are on YouTube. I looked at a few of them during the week, and it's one thing that kind of ringed consistently between the people that were being interviewed, and we're talking about the youth here. They really didn't know that this happened in their own city, which is crazy. I mean, like you said, it seems like ever since 85, maybe going to the early 90s, it just got buried from there like it never happened. And hearing these generations said, oh my God, I never knew that this type of incident happened here in Philadelphia. Like,
oh, they did an excellent job of covering it up, man.
Yeah.
Because no city wants that on. No city wants that black eye.
Oh,
man.
It's a huge black eye, bro.
That's like a concussion, man. Ain't no damn black eye. It's a concussion because
that's a Mike Tyson ripping the ear off type of deal. That's permanent.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just I felt I was there. You guys were there when it went down. I remember when it happened, man. I think I was 85. I was in 5th grade, man, and I will never forget. You could see smoke, because I lived in Southwest Philadelphia. I could see smoke billowing from up in West Philly when that went down, man. And I looked at it on the news and everything, and the way they handled the whole situation was just unnecessary, man. And that shit made national news, man, and it was all over the place, man. The past few days in Philly, tension was thick. Oh, yeah. It was thick tension in Philly for about a week or two, and then, like you said, it disappeared, man.
Yeah, it's just like acting like it never happened. So, you know, we definitely hope that, you know, there's some kind of justice done. This is a good first step. As much as you want to give the devil his due, pardon the pun, for the health commissioner for resigning for this, you know, there's still other people that were probably just as involved that are trying to cover it up or trying to save themselves. So, you know, let's do our due diligence and find out who these individuals are, and let them go too, because they're just as responsible as the health commissioner was.